Hey guys, it's Coach J here again. I just wanted to cut this video real quick, and this is going to be, before I head out the door, this will be part two of Ask and You Shall Receive, because I said I was going to make a second video on that, and here it is. Pretty much the thing is when you ask somebody of something and you receive it, they give it to you, okay? What happens is when they give you that, I'm pretty sure it's expected of you to do something with it. So let's say this. Let's say if you ask somebody for some money and they give it to you. Now you're pretty much obligated to do something with it. Save it, spend it, or something on those lines like that. So when you ask a person of something, in this case, like a mentor, okay? Like I talked about in another video. He gave me something that I was asking for. And guess what I needed to do? Once he would give me that information, I needed to apply it. That's the whole purpose of asking in the first place. Because if I already knew what was going on, I would have never asked. Okay? So the thing is, when you get information from somebody that you're asking from, that you're trying to extract from, of some importance, that what's expected of you is to then take that information and then use it, apply it. Yeah, man, that's what it's about. Using it and apply it. Like right now, I have somebody that I'm kind of mentoring from afar on Facebook. And man, we just been having some conversations that's been just so nice. And he's been struggling where he once was. He was struggling in some areas of his business. So I've already been down that road. So I was able to give him some very good advice with the things he was struggling with. Now he acquired of it, and I just gave it to him straight. Hey, look, these are some things you're gonna have to do to be successful. These are some things that you're gonna have to implement. And you know what? He was like, man, thank you so much, because some things he just didn't know. But hey, he would have never got the answer if he never asked first. So I explained some things to him. I was checking his profile out, his timeline, and stuff on Facebook. So I just gave him some advice to say, hey man, I see some things you're doing that maybe you could switch up a little bit, make it a little different. Your words and these different type of things. And you know what? Within seconds, I'm not even a minute, like 30 seconds, he reposted something. And I said, man, you got it. You're going to win. And he was happy about it, because he's never had anybody tell him from that standpoint the things to do. And I'm glad I was able to help him. And coming from a place of service and not trying to be served. If that makes sense. So the fact that and you know what? And here's the thing. I could not pass that off to him if I did not have it to give. If I didn't have it to give, I could never pass it off to him. So the wonderful thing about it is somebody gave it to me. The knowledge here, somebody gave it to me. And then I was able to pour back into somebody else and give it to them. That's what learning is all about. And because he asked, I was willing to give it to him so he can receive, because I was once in a position, and I still am. I'm still learning. That's the beautiful thing about it. I was once in a position when I was asking the same questions he was, and somebody that made a whole lot more money than me was willing to tell me. And then after receiving the information, it was up to me to then redirect what I was doing, take it in a different direction, so I can then apply those things, then I could win. And that's what it's all about. You know, I think Zig Ziglar said this, or somebody. It was a quote that I read, and it said, every teacher was once a student. And I hope you got that. Every teacher was once a student. And that's how we have to look at this thing. Everybody's always learning, and the purpose of learning is so you can then pass it off later. I think about Donald Trump and how he's been built a massive empire and become a billionaire. And you know what? And it started with his father. His father taught him. And what did Donald Trump do? He took the same information and then taught his kids. How about that? Leaving a legacy for your family, just like the Bible talks about that. I want to say it's in Proverbs. Leaving that legacy. And they asked of their dad, and it was up to him to teach them so they can have the same results. And that's what life is about. So it's about ask and you shall receive. And people don't mind telling you. That's the thing. So I was in a situation, we're getting a little longer to the minutes, almost 6 minutes here. I was in a situation where I met a guy, okay, at the time, that was making, and these are real numbers, I still know him today, $50,000 to $60,000 a month. And I knew one thing. This was one thing. You have the poor, the middle class, and the rich. And I can tell you one thing. This dude was not middle class. No. So it was only three. So if he wasn't middle class and he's not poor, then what was he? He was rich. So even though he made that a month, he had more than that. He's a multimillionaire. That's the point that I'm trying to get to. And here it is. I'm struggling financially. I had nobody in my family to look to ask, how can I make it financially? Because nobody in my family is doing it. Everybody's middle class. And not to saying that that you have to be rich or that's the only way you can make it. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is why am I always not having money? That's what I'm saying. And a lot of my family members live paycheck to paycheck like anybody else family. And I just simply asked them, man, what do you do? Teach me. Because the way things are looking for us, hey, they're not looking too hot. And I asked him, and he was willing to teach me. That's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing. So I want to say God bless. Thank you for tuning in. Keep tuning in. We're going to keep shooting more videos and giving value to the marketplace. And I'm glad you guys are reaching out and just willing to learn. Willing to learn. That's what it's all about. So we'll see you on the next one. I'm getting ready to head out the door to go do some business. We'll see you on the next one. I want to say peace, much love. Meet all your days and all of your decisions with success. Okay, guys, we'll see you on the next one. It's Coach Jay. We'll see you later. Bye.